Well,
What?
what's up, baby?
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're so cute.
I know. Thank you.
No, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Good.
I'm very excited for today's episode.
You are?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be fun to talk about the things that we're going to talk about, but also what this episode is about. It just makes me reminisce. It makes me want to go back in my feels.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
You're already giving it away. You're already giving what the episode's.
No.
No?
No, but in other lesbian news, I trimmed my nails last night.
Okay. That feels so rogue.
It is rogue, but that's, baby, you know me.
I know. That was the most random.
You gotta take care of your nails. Little manicure.
Gotta keep them right.
Keep them right.
Lord knows if anyone knows, it's me. I am on a strict schedule with my nails. If you are a nail girly, you understand.
I mean, I would compare it to me having to
Haircut.
find a different barber. Look at this. Do you see this? My barber. Shout out Amy, because
Yeah.
this
You're
head,
very particular.
I
So am I,
am.
yeah.
I am, and she hits it every time. Just.
Right. Okay. How do you want to get into it?
I think we should intro.
I guess we can intro on all
Okay.
those notes.
All right, you go for it.
Me?
Yeah, baby, you're always
I kind
you
of
do
forget.
it first.
Is it me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It's
fine.
funny how we started. We went from just being offended if I tried to do the intro to now, is it me?
Well, because I think it was the last episode, you did the intro and the outro, and then we redid the intro, and you're like, oh, you could do it. And I was like,
sometimes I just like to try to see if I could slip,
I think it was good.
Yeah.
Mine was better. Welcome to the Queer Social. My name is Jess. My pronouns are she, her.
I'm Andy. My pronouns are they, them. Happy 10-year anniversary, Jay.
I know. That's true. It's our 10-year. That feels pretty wild to me.
It's insane.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I hear 10-year. Mm-hmm. I'm like, whoa, 10 years is such a long time.
Yeah.
But then I guess for our relationship, I'm like, doesn't feel.
Yeah, I mean, also.
I mean, it feels like a lifetime, but then when you say 10 years, it's like, whoa.
Would it be better if I said a dozen for you? So
No.
It's funny, even when I was at or we were at the 5-year mark, I was like, oh my God, wait till we get to 10 years. It's going to be insane. It's going to be so crazy to look back and think about all these things. And now that we're at 10 years, I'm like,
10 years, baby.
woo!
Should we celebrate?
What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't know. We had people in town when it was actually our 10-year.
Yeah.
I think we'll make up for it in the.
Yeah, so we'll be doing, we'll be celebrating 10 years together and 2 years married.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. So cool. 2 years married.
And it's crazy because when I think about, holy shit, who we were at the beginning of those 10 years to who we are now.
We have both changed drastically. In a lot of ways.
It's been a really wild ride.
Yeah, it has.
With you.
With you?
No,
with you. I just think the people should know. I just asked you to take a picture of me. It is insane. You're like, what about this? And I was like, are you joking me? You're kidding. This is why you have a reputation with photos. You literally think that I'm evil for calling you a bad photographer. And then this. Point proven. Okay. Oh.
Wait, can I just...
No, there's nothing you can say to make this okay.
There's a lot of pressure when in a relationship, one of the people is a really good photographer and content creator. There's a lot of pressure to I don't know,
to match
that energy.
Yeah.
And for me, it ain't it.
I know. Yeah.
I struggle with. I just have a different
okay.
visual. I just have a.
just a different creative mindset.
Yeah.
Like, you were aiming for this type of...
You know what, though? You always said I'm a good muse.
Muse, yeah. Muse? I was like, what word is this?
I smoked too much before this episode.
I know. Why? Why?
I don't know.
You're like, I'll be in a second. Outside puffing for 15 minutes. Like, this is an anniversary episode and you're just going to get lit off your ass. Tight.
Wow to us. We've been through some shit.
We have. We started our relationship off of a, like, blind date. If you haven't watched our How We Met video, go back. Kind of like a blind date situation. We'll just give, like, a quick...
Yeah, do the quick little rundown.
Quick rundown.
Okay.
2013. Strangers on the internet.
Strangers.
Skyped like you wouldn't believe, because FaceTime wasn't a thing yet. We stayed up till like 4 a.m. Skyping.
Correct.
Andy flew from Alabama to Los Angeles, where I picked him up at the airport. We fell in love fast as fuck. We U-hauled from Alabama to California. We moved in with each other after 1 month. 1 month? 2 months.
2 months.
2 months of talking.
Yes.
We moved to Mammoth Lakes, California.
Correct.
In 2013 still.
Yes.
And lived a blissful, romantic dating...
It was a whirlwind.
Fairy tale...
Yes.
...story for a year and a half.
It was a queer Nicholas Sparks.
Yeah. Moved back to Los Angeles. Moved in with my parents. I hope you guys are still along for this ride. Which was very weird.
I had a separate bedroom. I would like run down the hall.
We were not allowed to sleep in the same bed.
Your parents aren't home, right? And then I would like...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Lived there for a year until we figured out what we wanted to do. Moved to Van Nuys, California.
The Valley.
The Valley. If you know, you know.
You know.
The world of tacos. Best tacos.
The best food. Just the best food.
Yeah, I agree. Lived out our life in LA, worked like crazy. And we did that for how many years?
5 years. 5 or 6 years.
6 years. And then we made the move to Reno, Nevada in 2019. And that's when we moved on to the farm. And we've been on the farm from 2019 till now.
Present. Yeah.
Yeah. Living the life. We got married 2 years ago.
Got married.
We had a baby.
Had a whole ass baby.
1 year ago.
Isn't that crazy?
And now we're celebrating 10 years.
Yeah. Do you think the timeline matches up to what you would have wanted when you were younger?
I thought my timeline would have happened faster. But I think they happened exactly how they were supposed to happen.
Yeah, I mean, for us especially, I think, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, I am happy that we took our time with everything, because I think, yeah, it played out how it was supposed to. I feel good about being a parent at this age. I feel good with our relationship.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I definitely know that I needed this amount of time before I became a parent. And I think I wanted that amount of time with you.
Right. Yeah.
Before. Because obviously having a kid, like, yeah, you can bring them with and like they can now be a part, like that's how Milo fits into our life now. But we had some pretty good adventures.
Pretty good times.
What's your favorite trip that we've gone on?
I think our honeymoon.
Really?
Yeah. We were really present.
Yeah.
For me, it was very much like we knew we were at this stage of our life that when we got home, shit was going to get real. So it was like our last trip of like just being us, not pregnant, not like no other big worries, you know, just kind of like really taking in the time that like this is the last time it'll be Jess and Andy and really living in the moment. Because sometimes it's hard for me to do.
Yeah, we had a lot of sex on that trip.
We did.
So I can also see
that's what you remember. I'm like, I was so present. I just feel so grateful. And you're like, we banged so much. My favorite trip too.
No, I do have a really good, because I remember on that trip, it brought me back to when I went to Hawaii with my volleyball team when I was playing college volleyball, and we went out there to play a tournament, and me and you were fighting the whole time I was out there. the whole time.
Yes,
I was out there, which was really stressful for me, especially like having games and like having my own shit that I had to deal with.
Yeah.
So it was like in that moment we had been on this, we went and honeymooned on the same island where I was with my volleyball team. So it was taking this horrible memory of me and you in the beginning stages of our relationship to look at us now. Like we're here, we're married, we're planning on having a kid. Like it was just so I was very present, but yes, also the amount of banging was top tier.
I knew you were going to say that.
Nice.
Yeah. And I will say, the reason why we were fighting a lot, one of the biggest tests that we have had as a couple came that early on. And it was when you were there with your volleyball team and that whole situation, because when we started our relationship, we moved in together right away. And I mean, yeah, we were with each other 24/7.
Yeah.
We had established this like amazing relationship. We were attached at the hip. And then when we moved back to California and then you started school again, you had to go live on campus.
Yeah.
And that was really hard for me because we had just like established a life together, a routine. We've been living together. And then all of a sudden my partner is going to go and live in a dorm with a bunch of girls. And at the time, I thought, like, I was hearing, like, okay, yeah, they run around the house naked. They're, like, you know, in their underwear. They hang, you know, they do all the, like, girly things. But then there's at the time, my girlfriend that was living there. And I was so uncomfortable because I was like, wait, we're basically, like, married right now. And you're going to go and move back into a dorm with a bunch of other girls that I don't know, an hour away from me.
But also too, it's like Jess doesn't, and like this goes along with being an athlete, is like it's a different life in the like the aspect of, yes, my teammates were in Spankies and sports bras, but that's what we're in 24/7. That's what we are in the training room, getting ice baths, sometimes working out. Like,
no, but that's different than naked, because you were like, oh yeah, they're just running around the house naked right now. And
so
I was like, hold up. You're moving now. I'm calling the movers.
I had Lauren, fuck, man.
I tripped out.
Yeah.
And I don't think you meant to say it to me. You're just like, oh yeah, the girls are running around the house naked. And I was like, skirt.
They were my roommates.
I know, but as a girlfriend, fuck no.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 20 minutes. It's like 50 minutes
it's an
away.
hour away,
like,
but she'll be there in 20.
Zoom in, baby. Like, fastest Zoom I've ever done.
No.
Seriously.
No. Look, I know that was a really difficult thing for us to go through, because it did take a lot of trust. And being in the college setting too, like, it can be overwhelming. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I've never experienced it from your point of view.
I'm just, right. And it's
like, I tried to put myself in your position.
You're like, why is she mad? Well, let me tell you. It was just a big shocker to me, because like we were like honeymooning in love. Not actually honeymooning, but like, you know, when you first start dating and you're obsessed with each other.
Well, yeah, we had been
with each other
for a whole year. Yeah. We had been living together, and then I decided to go back to school.
That was a really hard time in our relationship, and it was like, it tested us like you wouldn't believe. So yeah,
for sure.
Your whole trip there was horrible, because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was crazy.
Yeah.
I was.
But you know what too, though? That. We live and we learn. I think if it would have been something that, because I was pushed to the edge a few times where I was like, okay, I don't know. Don't know if this is for me. I don't know. But I will say that I vividly remember making the decision to commit to working with you through whatever it was going to be, because I genuinely felt like you would do the same for me. And it ended up that was the case.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that.
We both showed up, but it was a really hard time in our relationship.
It was. And I had a lot of maturing to do. I was a fucking idiot.
You said it.
I was a fuckboy for sure. I think I was self-centered, and I think that I never had to make decisions for more than one person outside of myself.
Yeah.
or look at decisions and how they would reflect on other people. So I think that's why I was the way that I was. Like, you know, yeah, I just think that I had to grow up, and I think we both grew up.
We both definitely did. We're here. We made it.
Yeah.
We made it through.
We made it through, baby. So I kind of want to do something fun. I kind of want to play a game a little bit. Not necessarily a game, but I just want to I want to know how well you know me, and I want to know how well I know you after 10 years.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Okay. Over the past 10 years, what's the most attractive thing I do that I don't realize that I do?
The way that you curate your outfits, and you take a lot of time picking out what's what, and even when you're like, oh my God, the sock, I wore the wrong color socks, and you freak out about it, and we've already left the house. You're like, I should have changed to white socks. And then it takes over. I'm like, it's just so cute how much you care.
You find that attractive?
I do find it attractive because I do think that it's you taking care of yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, you do fuck around with that.
I just love style. I love that you have style. I love that you love style. And even when you forget the wrong color socks, it's really cute. What is mine?
I think you know as well, but I think the most attractive thing about you is that you, no matter what, you are always trying to take care of somebody.
Cute.
You are always just, and a lot of the times that's me, you know, yeah, but even past that, just you as a person, you just want the best for everybody. And I think that that's really admirable. And I think that it's an attractive trait because you just open your heart up to everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's how you get her.
It's so sweet. You got me. That was really cute.
What assumptions did you make about me that turned out to be wrong?
I assumed you were really social.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. Because when we first started texting and talking, you were at the bars. You'd be out and about with the group of friends in Alabama.
Yeah.
And you actually went out a lot.
Yeah. But I was in my college days.
So that was my assumption is oh, you're really social. I'm really social. Let's hit the town. Let's fucking light the town on fire. Nope. We light our couch on fire because that's where you feel comfy in our home. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. It didn't turn out to be a bad thing. But yeah, I definitely thought you were cool cat around town, popping, bar hopping, socialite. No.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that on purpose? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I think when I stopped drinking, I stopped going out. And when I stopped drinking, I think drinking is what made me kind of be more social and bring me out of my shell.
Naturally.
But I didn't always necessarily like who I was when I was drinking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And because I'm an impulsive fucking person, so I would just either say some shit or do some shit, or I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Just once in a while.
Yeah. So, I think the biggest assumption I made about you is that you were a free spirit.
What gave that away?
You were I saw with your ex that you'd come out to a different state for a couple months. You were always going. You were traveling.
I was doing a lot.
You were also down for a lot of different things. The first time I met you, you got on the back of my dirt bike. I mean, you snowboarded. You did all these things. So I just felt like you were a very free-spirited person. But I will say, I do think going into production made you a very rigid person. And, rigid in the way of how you plan and get worried and how you have anxiety.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably. It
took away a lot of that, I think, because it was you felt like you needed to grow up right away. You needed to prove yourself. You needed to do all these things. And I get that, but I feel like you lost a piece of yourself in that.
My childlike playful self. I could see how you would think that. Yeah. Because I think I put a lot of pressure on myself when growing up, and I had a lot of pressure from my parents too, to be what are you going to do? Are you, cause they really wanted me to go to college.
Yeah.
So they really wanted me to go to college.
Yeah.
And because that was not my destiny, I had to work twice as hard to show them what I could do without college.
Yeah.
So I think I had a lot of pressure riding on myself at that point in my life that it did shift me. I do think that I could probably bring a little bit of childlike self back into the mix and be more free-spirited, but I don't think that I'm a rigid person.
No, I'm not saying you are anymore, but when it was a harsh transition going from mammoth life with you.
Well, also we were still in our like young, wild, and free era.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Like fucking around.
But I will say, from you still are a way more structured, planned out, anxious person than you were when I met you.
Okay, that's fair.
And same thing with you. You think that I'm way more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you were a chillhead prior.
Yeah. And I pretty much still am. I just am a neurotic chillhead.
Right. I don't think those two go hand in hand.
Let me show you.
Okay.
You know what? This one is going to really get the people going, I think.
Okay.
Because I feel like it doesn't matter who you're in a relationship with. One person believes that they are better than the other person. And in the past 10 years, I know for a fact, without a doubt, unequivocally, I am the better driver.
What? You didn't even give
there is no question.
I think I'm the better driver, but you just drive all the time. Like, you trust yourself more than you trust me.
Okay, I'll ask the question. Who is the better driver in the relationship?
Me.
Wrong.
No, it's not.
False.
It's whatever.
Incorrect.
I'm not going to sit here and argue, but
Can I hear your reasoning for why you think you're the better driver?
I'm a defensive driver. So I have my eyes on the road at all times. I'm very, especially since having Milo, like, Lord knows if there's a baby in the car, I'm on high alert.
But before Milo,
No, I've always been a good driver. I think I've been fast.
And you're on your phone.
No, I did do that a lot when I was younger.
You drive with your knee.
I do that on long road trips on a straightaway.
Okay.
I still don't think that's an argument. I still think I'm the better driver. I mean, a little knee action on a road trip, like, sue me.
What are
you gonna do?
The number one, the best passenger princess.
No, I do take that role very seriously. I love that role.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. If you want to take driver and I take passenger princess, I'll do it.
Baby, the amount of times that we've been in accidents too, because both times we've been in an accident with me driving and they weren't my fault. I safely got us in the best position that we could be.
I haven't had to prove myself like that.
I'm just saying, baby, you freak out if you accidentally shift the car into the shifting mode.
Do not hold that against me, okay? That is too recent. I did not know how to drive such a luxury car. I have a Jeep. Like, I'm a Jeep gal. This is like a luxury. Who puts a paddle shifter in a Range Rover? We don't need all that. Like, luxury, drive itself. I don't need to even shift gears.
Baby, you couldn't even figure out how to get your car into four-wheel drive. You kept asking me if it goes into neutral first, if you have to park it, if you need to be going slow. Yes, baby, in the beginning. Come on, don't play these games with me.
I don't think that's
100%
I'll just
true.
tell you.
You had never taken your car in four-wheel drive before me.
I lived in California. I didn't need to put it in four-wheel drive.
But you got a Jeep.
I got a Jeep because I like the exterior.
Okay. Either way, I'm the better driver. We know that. Whatever. That's why you trust me to drive you, the number one, the best passenger princess, and our passenger princess number two, our daughter, around every day like your fucking chauffeur.
You love it. You would rather drive than me.
100%. Exactly. Because I'm the better driver.
Whatever, dude. Next question.
This one's kind of deep.
Okay, we can go there.
I'm curious about how your view of an unforgivable action in a relationship, like cheating, lying, anything like that, has changed from the beginning of our relationship to now.
In the beginning of our relationship, if you cheated on me, it'd be 100% fuck right off goodbye. Like, obviously now that we have a daughter and we're married and everything, if you did that, I would have to at least try to see if we could work through something like this before I just shut it off quickly. Like, I'm very quickly to be like, don't deserve that. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, I still don't deserve that. But just to see what we could do to get through it, if we could.
Okay.
Is that where you were going with that?
Yeah, I mean, confused. I think, yeah, that is where I was going, because I definitely think in the beginning of our relationship, if you would have cheated on me as well or been not faithful, you would have lost my attention like that. I'm such a like loyalty person, and like yeah, to now it's funny because that's always been a hard no for me. Yeah, but now I look at it as like, if you made a connection with somebody else, because I don't see you being the type to just go off and hook up randomly. I think it would think it
would be an emotional connection.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm an emotional gal.
Yeah, like I know I still do it for you in other aspects. But I think because of the differences that we are, especially like affection and like certain things, like where I'm at mentally and you are mentally, like if you made an emotional connection with somebody else, I think I would be forgiving of that. I wouldn't like it. I would be. You got me fucked up. But I don't know. I think that I would either give you your space to figure out your shit and still co-parent with you, do what we got to do. But my view on an unforgivable action is, now that we've been married, there really isn't something where I feel like me and you can't work through it.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is insane for me to think, because I was so...
I mean, for anybody, right? When you love somebody that much, you're willing to...
Well, yeah, but it's just also like processing stuff too. Like I was so emotionally immature before to where like I couldn't even fathom that. It was just automatically, nope, turn off my feelings. Fuck that. Fuck them. Like whatever. And now I'm like, well, what's best for you? Like, what connection did you make? Like, do you need that connection? And you're like, that's the way I look at it. Is like, I also want you to win. I also want the best for you. And if I wasn't providing that, then like, fuck, I don't know. It'd be sad, but
sad. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're on the same page with that. That's nice.
We're on the same page, babe.
10 years and we still, I mean, this is actually good that we're here 10 years later. Like, we're able to
talk about these things.
Yeah. Over the 10 years, what are some toxic traits you've noticed about me?
Toxic traits? Oh, do you know mine?
I would say... Well, I wouldn't really say it's a toxic trait. No, you're actually a pretty good person. Which is so annoying sometimes, too, because I'm like, can you just do something wrong for once?
I will say, I think I might know yours.
See?
I might know yours.
Okay, what is it?
I think it's that you want your ex to see that you're doing better than her. I think that there's like a secret thing, because... Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Okay. So not so secret anymore. But
No. Yeah. That is a toxic trait, isn't it?
I would classify that as probably a little toxic.
But I'm doing just fine, aren't I? Okay. I don't think you have any toxic traits, to be real with you.
That makes me feel so good.
I mean, no. You know what your toxic trait is?
Oh.
There it is. Your toxic trait is thinking a conversation is over when you say it's over.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because sometimes I have more to say than other people. So I'm like, wait, you're done, but I'm not. Like, why should I be done because you're done?
Or you just decide that we're not going to have the conversation at all.
No, that's not true. I'm always...
Babe, you're usually like, not right now. Or like, if you need space, like you'll go and take space, and like, it's your decision.
No, I can't agree with you. I'm a communicator. I taught you how to communicate.
I know, but like, babe, like you'll be like, not right now. We're not going to talk about it right now. Or like I don't even know how to fucking, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, it's just not how it is.
How would you rate our first kiss?
A 1. No, come on. You have to agree with me.
I mean, I would say
a 3.
Damn.
Okay, a 4. Does 4 feel better?
No, I think
1 was me being dramatic. It was not a 1. I still wanted to kiss you and like and felt drawn to kiss you, but the kiss wasn't good.
Flabbergasted right now. I would have gone with a 5 at least.
Okay.
And said that the other 5 was because we both are dominant kissers and we had to figure out who was going to fucking submit.
Okay, so listen, this is my reasoning. And 1 was me being so drama. Like, I would say a 4.5.
Whatever.
Because we both talked about us. We're like, I'm a good kisser. And you're like, I'm a good kisser. And we're like, we'll see. Like, we might fucking light ourselves on fire how good we're kissing. And then we kissed and we could not figure it out.
No, and that sounds so wild, but like
our first makeout was like not, we were like, what's happening?
Yeah, and honestly, like it scared me a little bit, to be real with you.
Right, because you're like, is there no passion?
Where's the
here?
chemistry at,
yeah.
yo?
Yeah.
But no, it's honestly because we both were more.
I think we're trying to.
No, it's just.
I think we were like bringing our A game, and we just came too strong.
No, you know what it is you are a bottom lip sucker. Yeah. And I'm a bottom lip sucker. You can't have 2 bottom lip suckers at the same time.
Right, a little weird.
Like that was my that's the thing. That's my move.
It's my move too. Yeah.
Exactly. So one of us had to kind of like figure out like, okay, you're gonna do it now and I'm gonna do it later. But like, yeah,
it was weird in the beginning. Like we were just trying to figure it out. I think we might have like bumped teeth a little bit. Like we were just kind of like full on, and it just didn't.
I can say this very proudly, very happily. 10 years in, we figured it out.
We figured it out. We love making out. And we're great kissers. But the beginning, I'm so glad that we didn't let that like discourage us, being like, ooh, it's not there. It's just not there. We tried.
And trust me, I mean, I think if we didn't have... You had me pretty fucking hooked, though.
I think we had to talk about it after, too. We were like... That wasn't my best. So don't judge me on that one. No. Let's try again. Yeah. And then we just had to talk it through a little bit. Like you go this like something that's so awkward, but it worked eventually.
It did. It did.
It's hilarious that we could not kiss each other in the beginning.
I know, but honestly
right? Like
it's just funny to think about. But yeah, so if it's not working out right away,
it might come. Just give it a second. Just give it a second. I can't with you. Give it a second, third, fourth try. If you're willing. If everything else is there and the kiss is not.
You might be like us 10 years later.
I just needed a little practice. Now we're good to go.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
A big relationship thing that I feel like we're kind of all subjected to is that a relationship is 50-50. And I think I was trying to show up like that in the beginning, like 50, like no matter what, 50-50, 50-50, right?
Yeah.
But I think that that's like the hardest thing that we've learned is a relationship is
it's
rarely 50-50.
Yeah, it's hardly ever.
And that was really hard for us to like uncondition ourselves or like have expectations of like our relationship being balanced like that, because there's been times over the years where it's been 80-20. It's been
one of us is picking up.
Like,
and honestly, I can say in one of my 80-20 moments where I felt 80 and I felt that you were giving 20 is like I knew it takes a lot in those really, really hard moments to not give up. Because the easy thing is to be like, this isn't for me, it's not working out, whatever. The hard thing to do is to determine what the problem is, if you can move out of it, and if you can move out of it together and eventually start rising up to be a fair, I wouldn't even say similar, a fair percent. And to me 50-50 isn't fair because it's just unrealistic. It really is. We hit it in a blue moon. We hit it sometimes,
but the thing is it's still, I think since we've let go of that
the stigma
illusion of that,
that's true,
we've been way happier because we don't have these expectations on ourselves of being like, instead, like I come home and I'm like, hey, or I don't come home, but I'll open up to you and be like, hey, like honestly today I have like 40%.
I can't give as much as I could yesterday.
And I think since having Milo too, we're even more transparent with that too, to where I'm like, or you come to me and you're like, yeah, babe, I'm so tired today, like, and I'm like, okay, I got mine, like, we'll
up where we
figure it out.
Yeah, I think it is about, obviously we always say it, but communication, like to show up and say, I'm struggling today, and then it's up to the other person to be like, I could pick up more today. I got you, don't worry about it. And there's gonna be days where you both don't have enough to give, and you're just gonna skate by, and it's gonna be fine. Give yourself grace.
Exactly.
Because new day tomorrow.
Exactly. And that's what we always tell each other, like, especially on really hard nights.
Yes.
Or like really hard days, we just turn to each other and we're just like, tomorrow is a different day.
It's going to be better.
It's a different day.
It's going to be better than today.
Yeah. You got to it's like, you got to like get it out of your mind, and I know some things are harder than others to do with that, but I'm proud of us for really sticking to that in our relationship, and
me too.
Really opening up to the fact that, like, it is about, yes, balance for sure, but it's about supporting one another, and it's never gonna be 100% balance like that, like, ever.
If you think that, I want to help you by telling you that it's unrealistic.
It is.
To have the stigma of someone always has to meet you halfway, and I think that we're told that growing up. I know I was told that growing up, is like, find a partner who shares, you're 50-50, you both put into the relationship, they meet you halfway. Okay, so that's the line, they meet you halfway. No, sometimes they don't.
No,
sometimes they aren't meeting me halfway, and you have to go the extra mile to meet them.
And sometimes your partner might show up all the way and you are nowhere to be found.
Right. Goodbye, not today.
So it's just kind of like, it gives and takes.
You just have to have grace. You do have to come to the understanding that, like, some days are hard. You're not going to show up at your 100%, not even 50% sometimes. Nope. And that's okay.
Yep.
As long as you still have the willingness to make it work.
Exactly.
I think that's the difference. Yeah.
Jessica.
What?
What is the best gift I've gotten you over the past 10 years?
The gift that you gave me on Milo's first birthday.
For you, 1 year birthing for you. It's also your birthday.
My birthday present. It's like a little gold dainty bracelet with a little, like, diamondy M. Yeah. And it's just so cute. And it's just a nice, I don't really have a lot of jewelry for Milo, so it was sweet.
Okay.
Your favorite gift I've ever given you? I know this one because I'm amazing.
Oh, man.
I'm such a good wife. Okay. Now you can actually say, because this will be out by the time they're here.
Okay, so
I said they. Okay, it's a little hint.
Honestly, I could cry because it makes me so emotional, because I've been manifesting this animal. I wouldn't even say manifesting. I've been dreaming about this animal since I was a kid. It's one of my favorite animals. I always wanted it. Never thought that it would ever fucking come true. I would always just throw it out to Jess, like, if you ever want to get me something for Christmas, like.
Yeah, you were very, like, for years.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what do you want for your birthday? This. What do you want for? And I'm like, yeah, right. Next.
Okay. Jess, for our 10-year anniversary, got me 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 alpacas.
Like, how extra am I? Because you would think maybe 1 or 2. Like, wait, no.
I'm just shook right now. I'm fucking shook. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Andy,
trying not to cry.
I know. Andy's literally over the moon about it.
Yeah.
So, like, are we crazy? Probably. Did I think this through? Not at all.
Your dad told me the other day, your dad goes, I don't really understand the newest situation you got going on.
Because also, it's a fucking investment.
It is.
They are expensive animals.
Yeah.
Like, really expensive animals.
I was shook
in my
when
opinion.
she told me.
And the fact that I did multiple is absolutely insane.
Yeah, honestly, it's just a dream come true. I can't fucking wait. I cannot. I'm ecstatic. Cow kiss.
Come over here.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for the alpacas.
You're welcome.
Some people want jewelry. Some people want a car. I just want some alpacas.
It's true. From day dot. You said it.
And my baby got me some alpacas.
A herd.
I'm just going to be like this when my alpacas on the street. Oh my God.
I literally can't even imagine. Like,
oh my God. Okay. So this episode was a little bit wild and crazy, but that's kind of been the story of our life.
Yeah, it's true.
So far, our relationship, I am so unbelievably happy to be with you. In a real way. Like, we have our shit, we go through our shit, but there's no one else on this planet who I'd rather go through the things that we've gone through with.
Yeah. And 10 years in, like, we're still excited and in love. And we've done a lot of work, and I'm honestly so proud of us because there's been a lot of moments in the 10 years that shit could have gone sideways, but we never let it.
Yeah. And I love you, and I trust you, and I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you, too.
Okay. All right, guys.
This is ending so cute.
Just cheesy. People are like, bleh.
Right.
But if you are like, bleh, go away. Skip along. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked our episode, like, subscribe, comment, follow along at 2 Babes 1 Barn and The Queer Social.
You don't want to miss this alpaca content.
You do not want to miss.
It's popping off.
Yeah. Let's go. See you guys.